I'm going to trade two markets for you. And a warm welcome to one and all. For those of you who have not seen me before, my name is Langers, and I am the overgrown child that is the Scruffy Trader. Oh, talking of overgrown children, hello my love.
There you go.
Is that for me?
It is.
Ah, I like you. Yes, you're being rude there. It's Friday, we're having an easy time. I don't particularly like trading on a Friday, and today I'm kind of doing it as a test to myself. I've already sort of broken the charts down and sort of basically let the Scruffy squad decide what the markets are I'm going to look at. If I pull the screens on, I'll be able to show you. There we go. This is this morning. If you've never seen this before, it's our Discord group, and we chunter amongst ourselves all the time within this. And down here, which is really what the Scruffy squad is a full library of my strategies and private videos that are not available to the public. They're all here, and there's well over 300 videos there. But what I try to do with these guys, as you can see, talking, we'll go through the charts, etc., as well as the merriment. I want to inspire them, and I want to try and push them in the right direction. So what I said this morning was 9:20. It's now 11:15. What markets do you want me to break for you? And I broke it down and analysed it and said exactly what it is I'm going to do. And it was picked out by Dooku. Little happy birthday to you, my friend, because I know it was your birthday. And he wanted either the Aussie dollar or the FTSE. So I thought, right, I'd do both of them. And if I can get 5-10 pips out of each, result. All right. So that is the game plan today. And what we're looking at is the charts rigged up. Now, I'm going to be buying the FTSE, but I'll be selling the Aussie. Okay. And they're currently in zones that I want to work within. And now it's just a waiting game. I'm waiting for my triggers to come in, and it's to stay within these two areas. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll leave the camera running and you'll see the orders come in. If it breaks into the other zones, what I'll be doing is I'll sort of remark the zone area in, and you'll see it sort of trading. But the basic philosophy is very simple. It's zone to zone, and it's that simple. And I genuinely think a lot of people don't get that. They think it can't be that simple. And in case, just slag me off. It is that simple, guys. Trading ain't as hard as you think. You make it harder yourself by overanalyzing the charts. So analysis paralysis, if you like. Fear and greed. In other words, not trusting your trade in the first place. And then simply gambling, having no plan. That's why you fail. And then when you see somebody like myself that just consistently does it time after time after time, you don't believe it. And you don't believe it because basically you've watched.
You ding dong!
Give it to me again.
You ding dong!
And they say that it's going to get you a green Lamborghini. It isn't, guys. It isn't. And if you can't control the emotional side of yourself, in other words, look at it systematic and stop thinking you're going to be a millionaire and Warren Buffett in 3 months, you'll survive and you'll get through it. To me, it's a job. I have a set of tasks that I have to do, and within those tasks, I have rules, and those rules are what get me in and get me out of the trades, and it's very, very simple, and I keep it simple on purpose. And if I'm wrong, like I was this week, yes, I'll hold a trade if I am going for a big reward, but the moment I think it's wrong, I get out. And if that hurts, well, it hurts. But the key element is it doesn't kill the account. You know, I've had that this week. I've had a big punch in the nose this week, but the account is still safe. And that means I can fight another day. All right. So I'll leave it running. You'll see the orders go in. The idea of these videos is to inspire and to show you that it can be done. And if you want to see how it's done, check the scruffs out. And while you're checking it out, go into the description if you're looking for a broker. If your pennies aren't very big, look at BlackBull, because you still got a good leverage for your money while it's at last. Leverage will change, so at the time of making the video, it's 1 to 500. And if you're looking at sort of letting it stretch a little bit further, in other words, buy yourself a bigger pot, look at the 5%ers, because not only will you get discounts and free education if you use any of the links below, it'll give you the opportunity to turn a small amount into wage making money. And if you follow the journey that I took on the 5%ers, you'll see how it was done. All right, so let me do this trade and I'll catch you at the end. Okay guys, I'm just gonna shut the camera and everything off. I'm gonna head off home. It's currently 10 to 4 in the afternoon. If I flip this over, you should be able to see it. Where are we at? There you are, 3:45. So I'll just pick it up when I get back. Now at the minute, what you've seen me do is I prepared this earlier this morning. As I said, I was going to sell the Aussie by the FTSE. Now the Aussie, what I've done is I've tightened the targets up because I just want out. I don't really want to carry it across the weekend, but I don't want to lose any money either. It is currently in profit across the two of them. We're currently about £65 in profit, even though we have these losses here. So that's not really an issue. Just tighten that onto the bottom of there. This, what I did was I set it up and I thought I'd show you some runners as well, and that's what this is. It's just showing you how it runs, and you just trail the stop behind it. And if I give this bit back, it doesn't really matter because it's well above what I wanted, so that's fine. And this bit here is paying that bit there off, and that's trade management. And it's what you see me doing all the time when I try to explain about trade management. I'll only ever run maybe 2 trades at a time that are at risk. Occasionally I'll push it out, but my rule of thumb is 2. And if everything goes well, one can counter the other, because the chances of getting them both wrong is highly unlikely. And I haven't done it for a long time, although I did do it this week, and I paid the price for it. But again, COVID announcements that no one saw coming, and boom, punched us in the nose. Just one of those things. Anyway, I'll switch this off and I'll give it an update when I get home in sort of hour and a half or so. Okay, catch you in a bit, guys.
Well, we're waiting.
Okay, guys, we're back. Well, saying back home, I should say. Getting home pretty quick. I've just switched the camera on while I'm doing a little bit of work. Currently 4:30. I'll let this run maybe half an hour or so. I have enough banked that I can close this all off on a profit. That's still rattling its way down. Just drop it onto a 5-minute chart so I can see what's going on with it. Zoom into it if you like. Just there. What we'll do is we'll tighten them up just so we can brush it off. There we go. Just like so. This one's ticking along quite nicely. It hasn't stopped itself out. What we'll do with this is, though, we're going to move the stops up a little bit. Just there. Basically, I'm looking kind of 5 candles back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'll just follow it up on the lowest of the last 5 closed candles. And I'll do that till it knocks itself out. Simple stuff. So that bit's easy. This side needs to look after itself a little bit. It's gone back up, but who knows. So I'll let it run down, and I'll catch you when it's done. Okay, guys. It's actually Saturday now. This didn't do anything from late afternoon onwards, so I'd banked a good bit of money, as you saw, from the FTSE, and had a couple of runners left. And those runners this morning, if I just flick this on, kind of left me with a £91 head start for Sunday night. So this doesn't look as bad as it looks. I mean, yes, it's sitting underwater a bit. So all I've done is I've just moved the targets back to where they originally were, and I'll leave it, because my belief on this is it's still coming down. But it's kind of capped off a pretty bad week, to be honest. You can't win every trade, but what you can do is manage every trade. Now, I analysed these 2 markets yesterday simply because I was asked to. Would I normally do it and sort of on a Friday like this? No, I won't. Because I don't particularly like trading on a Friday. Well, I'll rephrase that, because you often hear me say I don't like trading on a Monday and a Friday. What I mean by that is I don't like trading Monday morning, because the money flow flies in. I've got no idea which direction it's going. It's too much coming in too quick to make an informed choice. This is for day trading, by the way, not swing trading. And then on a Friday, it's the reverse on the afternoon. Money's coming out. And that's kind of why I don't like doing it, you know. And the other side of it is, the more you're in the market, the more you're at risk. And the more you're at risk, the more stress you have and one thing and another. And one of the things with running sort of this squad and sort of being a public figure, if you like, I do get asked a lot to show things and break things. And I kind of feel duty bound to do it. And also, while I am doing it, I also feel duty bound to back it up. And that's kind of my sort of USP, if you like. I will back it up with a real-time trade in front of you. And it'll either win or it'll lose. And I've got no bones. You know, I win a lot more than I lose. And I rely on my win rate to get me through it. And that kind of goes back to this week. I lost a colossal amount of money this week. Colossal amount. Because I got it wrong. Completely wrong. And that's because I'm only human. You know, on my personal sort of wage account. And even my 5%ers account. My 5%ers account took a hit this week. Well over 20% this week. It wasn't just one go. It was a multitude of different things. Just the planets just gone. But the caveat is, both accounts are safe. They're being hurt, but they are safe. And why is that? Because I had the good sense to pull the trades. There was an announcement which plunged the New Zealand dollar. That had a counter effect on the pound yen, and it just down it went. And also the Aussie yen took a similar punt. You know, there was a number of factors, and I just happened to be on the wrong side of them. And for all I use various things to get me out of trouble, it just rocketed through all of them. The move was too quick, and I got caught. But as soon as I saw I was caught, and I know the damage was done, there's always the desire to hang on. It'll be alright. It'll turn. It might. How much damage would I do in the process? Probably too much. So I am better off killing it, taking a punch in the nose and sort of thinking, that weren't good, and then buying back in when I think it's settled itself down. And that's kind of what I've done. And what you're looking at with the Aussie is a similar situation. It plummeted dramatically this week. However, I still think there's movement to the downside, so I'm going to continue with that. But then it'll bottom, and I'll look for it to go to the upside. That's what trading is. It's just reading the markets. And at the minute with that trade, it's going nowhere. And it is still on track to go to where I want it to go. And the moral of the story is against what went wrong and what's kind of happening now is it's within a plan. And as long as it's within the framework, you just hold it and you let it do what it has to do. Because it'll either hit the stop or it'll hit the target. The difference is neither of them are done on a whim. It's fully planned, you know, and I have to stick to that plan, even if it hurts me. I have to stick to it, and that's what protects the account, and that's the moral of the story. So anyway, I'm going to enjoy the coffee. Overall, I still believe the two analyses I did were correct. FTSE was definitely correct, and then some. The Aussie, we'll find out on Monday morning when I wake up. But at the moment, it's not that bad. You know, it just looks worse than it is. And we'll just suck it and see. So, not a lot really I can add to that. I was going to kind of do coffee with Scruff. But I think this video kind of sums up what Coffee with Scruffy is. It's don't be afraid to fail, and don't worry about your losers. Embrace them. But you always learn something. I learned something again this week. You know, I certainly did. And that's the beauty of what we do. We learn something new every day. There is no X marks the spot. Sometimes factors happen and they're just beyond our control. And for that, you've just got to be disciplined and kill it. So that is the rule for that. If it moves aggressively and I can't see an end game to it, just kill it. That's simple. And if it costs you £1,000, it costs you £1,000. Or this week, 2,300. Oh God, what a kicker. But I'd already done quite well at the month. So it was actually only, I can't remember what the figure is. It's 25% loss, but of my wage, not my account. And that's the difference. And I've still got a week to pull it back. So still get paid at the end of the month. It just won't be as good as what I thought it was going to be. Hey ho. So I enjoy the coffee. I'm going to go wind Winky up. I'm taking a break next week, guys. So if you don't see any public videos too much, don't panic. I'm just having a break. Need to sort of rewire my brain a little bit. I'll still try and keep doing the rotation. I must update that. It's going okay. It got a punch in the nose on Thursday as well, funny enough. But it wasn't much. It was 20 quid. You know, just a very small amount. So all of last week was a nightmare. The whole lot. So that's all I'll be doing next week. I'll just, if you don't see anything, don't panic. I'm just having a little bit of time for myself and Winky on the run up to the bank holiday, because that's another time where we traditionally would be on holiday as well. And I'm trying to bring some normality into our life in this strange world that we live in. So, and that's a way to do it. Switch the screens off and reset. There we go. I'm talking of resetting. Enjoy your Saturday. I'll enjoy the coffee. Trade well. Keep your risk managed. Definitely keep your risk managed. But above all, do what you love, and the money will follow. See you all in the next one.